guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're testing out the Insta360 ONE RS 1-inch 360 edition, and the first test that you asked for in the previous video was like a bright light sunlight, although we haven't got much sunlight today at the moment anyway. Sort of daylight test just to see what the image was like and what the horizon was like, if you could get zoomed out towards the horizon. There was reports on early versions of a sort of red square artifact right on the stitch line up above, but if you do the update, brand new update to version 2.0.0, that is the new firmware on this camera, and there is no artifacts. I've just looked around on the preview on the camera and it looks pretty much perfect. In fact, the stitching line is pretty good actually, considering the thickness of this camera. It's probably as good as the X2. So the stitching line isn't an issue. That was another concern of people, because this camera is a little bit thicker, so they've had to do some clever AI, some clever software editing on this image to make it look seamless, and it pretty much is. So let me start by saying, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, because we've got the low light test coming next. We're going to do that. We're off down to St Ives in Cornwall, south of England. I'll be taking this camera with me to do some further testing. And of course down there you've got some amazing landscapes, so hopefully you're going to take some amazing 6K images with this 360 camera. The new 1-inch sensors on there from Insta360. This camera so far, I'm really loving it. Take a look around. I will edit the footage so you can just look around as I walk and talk. We're up here, one of my favourite spots, because not only is it really quiet, it's beautiful. I'll get up a little bit higher in just a second so you can see the horizon. But this is what that 6K image looks like with those 1-inch sensors. It is downsampled to 180 once you export the footage, but that's commonplace when it comes to 360 footage at the moment. That's the sort of limitations to the hardware and the core on every 360 camera, because they're processing that 6K image from all around down to one flat image that you're seeing on your screen. But because it's 6K, because it's 1-inch sensors on this new camera, the image just looks so much better. So what does it look like? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. This setup that I'm using is pretty awesome as well. There's a brand new cold shoe mount from Alanzi, worked in partnership with Insta360 to be able to mount the Rode Wireless Go 2 on this camera. It's plugged in via the vertical microphone adapter into the USB-C of the new battery base on the Insta360 ONE RS 1-inch 360 edition. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's well worth it for this quality. Now, what I will say is that this is not an action camera, and Insta360 have been quite clear with me to make sure that I let all of my subscribers know, and all the people that watch this video know, that it's not an action camera. It's aimed at capturing professional 360 footage and virtual tours of wherever you are. So if you're an estate agent or a property developer, for instance, you can put this in the middle of the room on the tripod, the new tripod from Insta360, like so. Imagine putting that in the middle of a living room or something, and then you can just record, move out of the way, or you can walk around and talk and show people around a property. I mean, to have that option, if I was buying a house now, I'd want to see a 360 image if I couldn't get to the actual property myself, and you can just look around, scroll around the screen, and you can sort of show them different places. That is the kind of market that it's aimed at. This is very much a more professional 360 camera. It's, for that reason, it's not waterproof. It is water resistant, so if it rains you're not going to have any problems, but you're not going to go diving or swimming with this camera. So that's the reason that hasn't got that feature. It also hasn't got the ultra slow motion, the 120 frames per second or 100 frames per second in 3K. You can shoot 60 frames per second on this, but it hasn't got that slow motion for action sports or for the bullet time. So those are the reasons it doesn't have that. The rumours is there's an Insta360 X3 coming out at the end of the year, so we're going to be doing a video on that soon as well. I'm hoping the sun will pop its head out just a little bit so we can just test the lenses a little bit more. But cloud, it was lovely. Oh, hot air balloon over there. That's cool. Let's test the zoom in. There was one over that way as well, just recently. Hopefully they'll come over. Yeah, so that's what this camera is. It's for this particular purpose as well, for walking, talking, exploring, to have that best 360 image, the best picture quality that you can possibly get on a 360 camera. That's what this camera's for. And I've got to be totally honest, from what I've seen so far, this will be the setup that I'll be taking with me when I'm doing these kind of videos, or when I'm off traveling. I'll be taking this camera with me to record, because so far it just looks pretty amazing. Having that 360 footage recorded and having that invisible selfie stick sort of image as well gives you so many more options in post-production when you're filming these kind of exploring adventure videos. So much more fun to use and a lot more creative. So that's why I'm going to be using this camera all the time now. Okay, so take a look around. Let me know what you think. We're at probably the highest point here, so you can see the horizon in the distance with the steam coming off the fields at the moment and the city in the distance. That's where I live, but it's about 7:10 in the morning, and it's about as good as I can get when it comes to sunlight at the moment. I was hoping we're going to get some sun. Maybe it will poke its way out before the end of this video, but that's what it looks like, and I'm really pumped. I love this setup, the new cold shoe with the Rode Wireless Go 2 attached on a lav in my pocket, and then it's on there with the lead and the microphone adapter. I've got the Insta360 120cm selfie stick on the new tripod base that they've sent me as well. If you do want to buy the camera, make sure you use my link down below. That really helps this channel. And yeah, give this video a like, subscribe so you don't miss those future uploads. Lots of content coming on this camera really, really soon. And like I said at the start of the video, adventures coming up down in the south of England soon. I'm going to take this camera exploring and see what we can capture with it, what kind of awesome photos I can take with this camera as well. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye guys. I do for these YouTube videos. I hope you all appreciate it. You know, Saturday morning, I'm up early just to film this, just for you. I even have to take my coffee with me in my new Yeti mug. Addicted to these things. Got a problem. Nearly as much as Insta360 cameras. Right, see you later.